the body is in state A here. This is the state B of the body, and this is state C of the body. In state A, total kinetic energy of the body, this is equal to translational kinetic energy half mv naught square plus rotational kinetic energy half I naught omega naught square. I naught is the moment of inertia about axis through center of mass. In state B, total kinetic energy equal to half, this is point C, point of contact, equal to half IC into omega naught square. This is because a pure rolling is equivalent to a pure rotation when the rotation takes place about the point of contact. Energy wise they are equal. See, this body is rotating about the point of contact with angular speed omega. This omega is same as this omega, means the body is rotating like this about the point C. So that's why the kinetic energy is equal to rotational kinetic energy. Only the rotation takes place about point C with omega naught square angular speed. In state C, the body has lost height, means center of mass of the disk has gone down to this position, and the velocity of the center of mass has changed to v, and the angular speed about point C is omega. This v is equal to omega into r, because this is a pure rotation about point C. So v is equal to omega into r, and total kinetic energy in state C equal to half. The body is rotating about an axis through C, about a horizontal axis through C. So half IC, but its angular speed is omega. So omega square. We find that the center of mass has gone down. That means the body has lost potential energy. So our equation will be loss in this potential energy equal to gain in kinetic energy. Okay, loss in potential energy is mg into del h. This is the height through which the center of mass has gone down vertically. Mg into del h equal to gain in kinetic energy is half IC omega square minus omega naught square. Now let us calculate IC here. IC means moment of inertia about axis through C is equal to ICM, moment of inertia about axis through center of mass, plus m r square. This comes from parallel axis theorem. ICM, since this is a disk, mr square by 2 plus mr square equal to 3 mr square by 2. Okay, or mg into del h. How much is del h? Del h is let us calculate del h. Del h equal to this is, let us take this angle as theta, then this is theta, then this is, this initial position is this is r, and finally final position is this much is r, because this is the radius r, this is theta, therefore this side is r cos theta. So r minus r cos theta, this is r cos theta, r cos theta. So mg into r minus r cos theta equal to half into 3 mr square by 2 into omega square minus omega naught square, or cancel, or we'll write 4g, 1r will also cancel, 4g 1 minus cos theta equal to 3r omega square minus omega naught square. This equation has two unknowns, one is theta and the other one is omega. So we'll have to get one more equation. We'll now consider equilibrium of forces in radial direction. Equilibrium of forces in radial direction. It is rotating about this point, about the point of contact with angular speed omega. So centrifugal force in non-inertial frame, we are considering non-inertial frame. In non-inertial frame, centrifugal force m omega square r will act at the center of mass of the disk, and since this is still in contact, means or on the verge of losing contact with point C, so there is normal force N, and one more force will act, which is mg, will resolve mg into rectangular components. One component will act in this direction, the other component will act in this direction. This angle is theta, therefore alternate angle is theta, and this component along the radius is mg cos theta. So for equilibrium along radius n plus m omega square r equal to mg cos theta at the instant of detachment n equal to 0, or m omega square r equal to mg cos theta. This is our second equation. We will replace, because here we have in equation 1 we have g cos theta, we will replace this g cos theta, 4g minus 4 into g cos theta is what? Omega square r equal to 3 omega square r minus 3 omega naught square r, or 7 omega square r equal to 4g plus 3r into omega naught square. V naught is given. From V naught we will find omega naught. Omega naught equal to V naught by R. V naught by R equal to root over G by 3R. So 3R into omega naught square G by 3R. 3R cancelled, or we get omega square equal to 5G by 7R, or omega equal to root over 5G by 7R, or V equal to linear speed equal to root over V equal to omega into R, root over 5GR by 7. This is the answer.